¿cómo están? Bueno, hoy vamos a corregir la lectura de Ricitos de Oro. Entonces, yo les voy a dar las respuestas correctas, ¿sí? Ok. Había una vez, y había una vez is imperfect. Why? Porque we're saying once upon a time. We're describing a time. So, había una vez 3 osos que vivían en el bosque. Vivían. Imperfect. Again, we're describing the background of our story. That's why it's imperfect. Papá oso, mamá osa, bebé oso. Uy. Un día, mamá osa hizo una sopa de arroz. ¿Por qué hizo? ¿Por qué hizo? She made it. She made it once. It was done in the past. So, prayer. Una sopa de arroz con pollo. Y puso 3 platos en la mesa. Why puso? Why prepared? We're also listing a series of actions that she is doing. She made the soup. She set the table. Okay. Como ya era mediodía, why era? Describing time. Era mediodía, los osos se sentaron para comer. Se sentaron para comer. Why prepared? We're listing actions again. Se sentaron para comer porque tuvieron muchísima hambre. They also did this action. It wasn't like they were sitting for a while there. It was noon, they sat. Then they were hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. Tenían muchísima hambre. Es tenían. Why tenían? Because we're talking about how they felt. So we're setting up the mood. Remember, imperfect is when we're talking about the background, how someone looked, like their characteristics, how they felt. It's gonna be imperfect. Es porque tenían muchísima hambre. Papá oso probó. I should probably mark this for you guys. So, había, vivían, hizo, puso, era, se sentaron, tenían. Ok. Papá oso probaba o probó. Probó la sopa primero y dijo, ¡ay! La sopa está muy caliente. Hot or warm. So why we use here were both prepared. We're listing actions. He tasted the soup, then he said, okay, let's continue. Entonces bebé oso y mamá oso comer la sopa, pero no. Okay. Here is quisieron. They wanted to try the soup, but they couldn't. ¿Por qué? Estaba tan caliente como la sopa de papá oso. So the first two we are listing actions. They wanted to try the soup, but they couldn't because it was as hot. We are giving a characteristic. Está tan caliente como. First were actions, and then the second one we're describing. That's why it changes to imperfect. Los 3 osos decidieron dar un paseo. They decided to go for a walk. It was a decision, it was made at the moment. That's the end of that action. Mientras se enfrió o se enfriaba la sopa. it cool off. What do you guys think? Se enfriaba. While, I'll tell you why. Because we have mientras, so while something else was happening for a while. We have words like cuando that or but that interrupts a long action, and then after cuando or pero usually goes the period. But mientras just tells us that it's like while a period of time, so something that took a while to happen. That's why it's going to be imperfect. Era un día bonito de verano. Remember, we're describing. ¿Qué pasa cuando describimos? ¿Pretérito o imperfecto? Imperfecto. Era un día bonito de verano y hacía sol. We're describing. Los osos se divirtieron o se divertían cuando una niña perdida llegaba a la casa. Los osos se divertían, imperfecto. Why? Because she had been having fun. They were having fun for a while. That's what they were doing. Cuando una niña perdida llegó. Remember I told you, cuando is usually used to interrupt a long action. The long action is imperfect, then interrupted by one action is going to be preterite. Se llamaba, Ricitos de Oro. Again, we are describing. So, se llamaba Ricitos de Oro, Goldilocks. Y era una chica curiosa. We're describing. Ella siempre. So notice that the word siempre, it's a hint. Siempre. It always happened. Not once. It was something that always happened. Siempre. Jugaba cerca de su casa, pero ese día se perdió. Remember I mentioned pero, just like cuando. Interrupts of something that was happening. Se perdió. She always played close home, but that time she got lost in the forest. Ricitos de Oro se acercaba a la casa y miraba por la ventana, pero no había nadie en el interior. So let's go back. Ricitos de Oro se acercó a la casa y miró por la ventana, pero no había nadie en el interior. So the first two, we are listing actions. She did this and then she did this. Pero, this changes. There wasn't anybody inside the house. So it wasn't like there wasn't anybody at that specific second minute. There was anybody for a while. That's why it's imperfect. Entonces, abría la puerta y entraba a la casa. What do you guys think? Again, you're listing actions. Abrió la puerta y entró. Se alegraba cuando veía los 3 platos de sopa. Se alegró cuando vio. Why imperfect, even though we're describing how she felt? Why perfect, even though we're describing how she felt? Well, se alegró. It happened instantaneously by looking at the soup. So that made it a 1 in a line, and that happened just at that moment. Se alegró at that moment when she saw the soup. It wasn't like she was happy for a while. No, that moment she was happy because of the soup. Ricitos se comía toda la sopa del plato pequeño porque estaba perfecta. So, se comió, estaba perfecta. She did eat it. It was an action that she started and completed in the past. That was perfect. Estaba perfecta. The soup was perfect for a while. Was the one that was at the moment Well, not at the moment. That was made to the perfection. Ni demasiado caliente ni fría. Ok. Continuemos. Uf, ¿qué pasa? Ok. Había también en la casa 3 sillas, una grande, una mediana y otra pequeñita. What do you think? Había, muy bien, we're describing. Ricitos de Oro se sentaba en la silla de papá oso, la de mamá oso y por fin en la bebé oso. Muy bien, se sentó. Why? Because we're saying that she did this and then she did that and she did that. So she sat in the papa bear, mama bear, and baby bear. There were actions that she stood up, she sat, she stood up. Again, she moved to the other, sat, stood up, move on. That's why it's preterite. Le gustaba más la silla cómoda de bebé oso. Le gustó más. She liked more. Cómoda de bebé oso, pero la silla era muy pequeña para ella. Muy bien, era. Description. Whoa, what happened? De repente se le rompía la silla y se caía al suelo. So we're saying that it broke and then she fell. What do you think it's happening? Muy bien. Period. Listing actions. Ella estaba muy cansada y tenía ganas de dormir. Ella estaba muy cansada y tenía ganas de dormir. We're saying how she felt because all the emotions and everything that has happened, and she was getting tired, and so she was tired because of everything that she was going through. And then she had to go to sleep. She wanted to take a nap. So she felt like going to nap. That's why it's imperfect. La muchacha se acostaba en las camas de papá oso, de mamá osa y de bebé oso. It's just like sitting. Muy bien, se acostó. La cama de bebé oso era tan cómoda que ella se dormía enseguida. Again, era, or describing. She fell asleep instantly. So it was an action that was complete in the past. It started and ended in the past. She fell asleep right away. Poco después los 3 osos volvían del bosque dispuestos a comer la sopa. Volvían del bosque. We're saying they were coming back. It would have said they just came back, would have been volvieron. But we're saying that they were coming back to eat their soup. Cuando vieron la puerta abierta, el plato vacío y la silla rota, los osos sabían. So, la puerta abierta, plato vacío, empty, y la silla rota, broken. Los osos sabían que alguien. Supieron. In that minute, they figured out that someone was at home. So that's why it's spread. Sabían would be like something that they would have known for a period of time, for a while. Que alguien estaba en su casa. estaba. Ricitos de Oro didn't just arrive that moment. She had been in the house for a little while. En su casa en ese momento. No sabían qué pensar. No supieron. They didn't know what to think at that specific moment. Ellos iban a la alcoba. Ellos fueron, we're saying what they were doing action by action. No, ellos fueron a la alcoba, the room. ¿Qué sorpresa tenían allí? Había una chica en la cama de bebé oso. Ella dormía, pero cuando oía. So, ella dormía, she's been sleeping for a while there. It's not like she just fell asleep. That's why it's imperfect. Pero cuando oyó, remember that we have pero and cuando they interrupt long actions, they change to preterite. Oyó las voces, se despertó, it happened at that moment, asustada. La niña daba un salto, it happened at that moment, she just jumped, y huyó de la casa, and she escaped the house. Ricitos de Oro siguió una senda conocida, o seguía. Siguió. Seguía would be more like she used to always follow that path, but since she was lost and she finally found a path, it siguió. It happened at that moment. Ok, chicos. Eso es todo por hoy. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, envíenme un correo electrónico. Gracias. Chao.